All right. North Node in Libra, folks. So I've said in my other videos about the North Node is it's your spiritual purpose, your spiritual path. It is when you are lost, which approach to life do you need to take? It does not mean that you become that particular sign. For some people, it's easier because you already have your North Node sign in your chart. And for some people, it's more difficult because you might have oppositions or squares that hinder the expression of your North Node, and you might have to work a little bit harder. All right, so the North Node is the opposite of the South Node. So wherever your North Node sign is, your South Node is going to be the opposite sign. So you are learning how to leave the aspects of your South Node and to ascend into the aspects of your North Node sign. Okay, it just gives you an understanding of your purpose. How do you live a purposeful life? Through what avenue? So North Node in Libra, folks. North Node in Libra, folks, you have a South Node in Aries. You are here to learn how to value partnership. You are here to learn how to relate to other people. You're going to find when you relate to other people, when you actually try to understand their perspective and their experience, you're going to be able to, have more of an impact on others and feel more at one with yourself. You're able to see the value that people have. Whereas you're coming from a South Node in Aries. So I always say when I do these North Node videos, anytime I'm talking about the North Node in a sign, I'm talking about the positive that you need to attain to. And I'm going to talk about the negative of the sign in the South Node. Just like if I was doing this video for North Node in Aries, I would be talking about the positive of Aries, and then the concerns or issues with the South Node in Libra. So from the South, we're always going to talk from a place of default. We don't want to be there. We don't want to live there. We can visit there. We don't want to live there. Okay. So North Node and Libra people, you are here to learn how to relate to others. And it's also going to come from being a communicator. Aries energy, South Node and Aries, you are used to acting, just doing, impulse. So the North Node and South Node aspects, South Node relates to our past life. I don't even think you have to be hardcore into past lives or know what yours is to have value or see value in North Node, South Node information. I don't think you do. And yes, you could definitely do your research if you want to. But I'm going to speak from a past life perspective. South Node in Aries, you had to act. You had to be bold. You had to do these things. Maybe people trusted you to do these things. Maybe you were the only one that could do these things, but you had to just act. But now Libra energy, Libra's ruled by Venus, is now calling on you to calm that down. Be more cerebral. Think with your intellect. Use your intelligence. Don't just do without thinking about how it's going to affect other people, right? North Node in Libra, you could even be a person that maybe you thrive within partnership. And it doesn't mean you have to lose yourself. That's why you would have to get your whole birth chart analyzed to see what that means. Because sometimes people will hear one placement and like go to extremes. Like, what? I'm not supposed to care about myself? And it's like, no, let's look at the rest of your chart. Because you could have North Node and Libra in the first house. Now, that's different than someone with North Node and Libra in the seventh house. But remember, you're here to learn lessons. Because you already did your South Node. You already were impulsive. You already did what you wanted to do. You already had to take the world by storm or do something that really required you to worry just about yourself. Maybe in a past life, you were on your own. You didn't have anybody. You had to do things on your own. But the North Node is showing you need to learn the value of connecting with people in an authentic way. Not just to gain, not just to show how great you are. Another thing about that is connecting in a way in which you actually have a reciprocal relationship. I think sometimes we forget that with Libra energy. Yes, Libra energy. I just did a reading recently and I just, told the person to watch out based on the placements for any codependency. But I think that would be more South Node in Libra. We're talking about the North Node in Libra. So you need to embrace the positive aspects of Libra energy, combining with one, doing business with someone else. But finding people that relate to you, meaning it doesn't mean joining up with any old body. And that is sometimes the pitfall with Libra energy. And that could be the pitfall of a South Node and Libra person. If you value partnership and relating and bonding and truly being around other people, like Libra thrives as a social type of energy. Even Libra energy that doesn't want to be social, there's this freedom and there's this kind of natural want to connect and understand where other people are coming from, right? Because they want to level everything. Venus is about relaxation. I want to be relaxed around you. I'm a Libra, right? If I'm a Libra, I want to be relaxed around you. So let me understand you. so then I can understand where we are, where we come together, right? That's why Libra likes having friends in different places, or might have friends in different places. They don't like conflict. So North Node Libra, you are here to learn to avoid that Aries nature of conflict, of poking the bear. Because Aries energy can bring conflict because their way is so forceful sometimes. South Node in Aries, you're ruled by Mars. That's a Mars rules Aries. And Mars can be about action, direction, taking things by charge. But Mars is also conflict, where conflicts emerge. Which is why a 12th house person can have conflict with themselves if they have Mars in the 12th house. Because now there's another whole story there. But North Node and Libra people, you're ruled by Venus. Your North Node is ruled by Venus. You might even help other people stay calm. You help other people see two sides of a situation. You bring things to the forefront people didn't think about. But because you're so charming with it, you're able to do that. You're able to bridge that gap that people can't do on their own. You're able to work with people in a way in which you are able to be diplomatic. That's what people forget. Libra is cardinal energy. A lot of times, because Libra is ruled by Venus and Libra is not overly confrontational, sometimes they kind of maintain the peace. They don't want to rock the boat too much. People can assume like, oh, Libra is not, they can assume passivity. Libra is cardinal intellectual air. So Libra actually leads with their thoughts, but Libra is so smooth and diplomatic, that Venus influence, that they'll have you change your mind without doing what Aries would do. So Aries might, I'm telling you, I'm right, type of energy. Sagittarius is going to try to indoctrinate you by telling you your beliefs are wrong. I'm somewhat poking fun, but not really. Because I have a Sag and I have a moon Sag, and I have an Aries kid too. So I'm not, trying to poke fun at those signs. But what I'm saying is there's a different energy with fire. Fire has a way of wanting you to think the way they think or understand where they're coming from. Like, no, this is me. I'm fire. See this. No, I'm right. Because they're so passionate. With Libras, you can convince people through being charming and diplomatic in the way you speak and the way you have connections with people. You are more likely to change someone's mind when you have a connection with them. And when you have a North Node Libra, you got to tap into that beautiful energy of people trusting what you say, or wanting to talk to you, or wanting to be around you, or thinking favorably of you. You want to tap into that energy and move away from the South Node and Aries tendency to be single-minded, to not look at both sides of a situation. You have to learn how to look at more than one. And more than likely, when someone's chart shows up, you see how other parts of your chart probably support your North Node in Libra. There might be some challenges, but you'll probably see your chart also is telling you the same thing. Ignore the tendency or the want to control or to be on top or to be the individual, to do everything alone. You don't have to do everything alone now. You're going to benefit when you connect with other people. You're going to benefit with other people, especially if you had a North Node and Libra in the 8th house. Ooh. You're supposed to benefit from other people. You're going to benefit when you are connecting to others, okay? Whereas if you're of a South Node in Aries in the 8th house, you have past issues with that, over relying on other people, trying to control someone, trying to gain, there could be a lot of different in-depth things going on when your South Node is flipped. You see what I'm saying? So obviously a birth chart interpretation is going to help you see your purpose and connect it, because more than likely when you hear about your North Node, you have questions like, how do I activate this? Yes, you have to activate it. You have to activate it. It's like, if any of you ever got a perm or a relaxer, or what that is, where you have to take the cream and mix something. I don't get a relaxer anymore, but for those of us who grew up getting relaxers, like you had to take something, it's a chemical, and it changes something, but now it's into something else, right? That's what you basically have to do. Okay, that is what activating your North Node means. And again, best way to activate your North Node is to act on it, one, but two, get a birth chart interpretation to see how does this fit together. Okay, so that was it for this video. Hit like if you enjoyed this video, or leave a comment if you have questions, statements, just want to share some love.